Welcome back to the Movie Draft House. I'm your host, Mark, and it's another 5-minute review. And in this review, we're going to talk about um, a recently big blockbuster film. I don't know how much money it did. I guess I could look that up. But it's out now, streaming for no additional cost on Max. And it's Meg 2, The Trench. The original Meg film starring Jason Statham. It was kind of a cult classic, if you will, and they decided that they were gonna, sink a ton of money. Who did this movie? Who produced it? Sink a ton of money into the sequel for better, CG and whatnot. And let me tell you, because I saw the Meg 1. And it was fine. But so this was distributed. So Meg 2 is distributed by Warner Brothers, but the production company CMC Pictures, and so it's a Chinese film. Here, the sequel. So that makes sense. The Chinese, as far as films go, they do sink a lot of movie into their big budget ones. So that explains why the visuals are really good here. But this is a highly entertaining film. I will say it. Meg, I was just like, Jason Statham punching a shark in the face, blah, blah, blah. But this one, man, you have to suspend all belief in what's going on, right? Jason Statham is a quasi-scientist, environment, conservational dude. He's kind of in with this research team that's exploring the depths of the ocean, and they're creating these submarines that can go down to the darkest depths, which we know doesn't exist just because the Titanic thing happened a little while ago and everybody dissolved into little bits and pieces. And that happens to one person in this film, by the way. But it's not as gory as I imagine it would be. This film is also rated PG-13, which they probably lose some stuff here, is that they can't make it as violent as they want to. But it's fine. They don't lose anything other than being able to show some gory deaths via shark and somebody being squished to death. But it's directed by Ben Wheatley, and he hasn't really ever done anything of note before. And Jason Statham is very Jason Statham-y. This film also stars Jing Woo, Cliff Curtis, who you would recognize as the character Mac. He's been in tons of different things. Paige Kennedy, Whoopi Van Ram, Kiran Sonia Sowar, and that's about it, But highly entertaining. You just have to suspend all belief, right? You just go in thinking, hey, we're going to get dudes fighting sharks, and it's going to be great. And luckily for this film, it never stays in one spot too long, right? There's a whole action sequence where they're diving in these submarines down to this trench, which is below some section of ocean that has like sub-freezing water. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't think the film tries to explain it. But they have to go through it, and they have to go through this water, and when they go through this water, they make it seem like they're going into another type of atmosphere, right, or another world, and then they come out of the bottom, and they're in this trench, and they discover, there's people already there, and they're like, what the fuck? And so they have to figure out, and then somebody sabotages their submarines, and so there's a bunch of double crossing that goes on. Jason Statham is just whoops everybody's ass. He then whoops Shark's ass, and it's entertaining. I really enjoyed it. I didn't. It's under 2 hours long, which is perfect. It's the perfect movie to just space out. popcorn. That's it. That's what this is. And I hope they continue to make these films because Jason Statham is perfect. These films are oddly perfect for what they are. And hopefully this film made a bunch of money over in China, and this Chinese filmmaking company decides they're going to continue to pour money into making them. So I recommend it. That's weird, but I do. You can catch it on Max now. But anyways, be sure to hit the subscribe button when it pops up so you don't miss any future content here on the podcast. And we're on all of your favorite social media platforms, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, here on YouTube. So be sure you don't to subscribe to all of our, give us a like, follow, and a subscribe. And then catch the podcast as it releases weekly every Thursday. We'll catch you next time.
3 massive megs and who knows what else have escaped the breach.
I just hope it goes better than last time.
What happened last time?
You don't want to know.